Imagine this, and use this image of the Disney movie Moana. You're with a group of skilled navigators traveling the beautiful oceans and islands across Mother Earth. You have mastered the science of environmental observation and are guided by celestial patterns. Now imagine passing down their knowledge to future generations and empowering them to continue developing their skills and identities as scientists, adventurers, and ocean experts. Now imagine a second scenario. You're part of a thriving civilization and proud of your kingdom's leadership, especially your queen. Then all of that changes when a group of strangers decide to overthrow the kingdom with the help of the nation they come from. They force you to hand over your land and they claim it as their own. They force you to imagine future generations to forget their languages, identities, and they are killed off in millions by unknown diseases. You don't have to imagine these scenarios because they are both rooted in the truth with different futures. These scenarios are part of the often forgotten or deliberately untold histories of Oceania, or Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders. The first scenario is part of a long-forgotten history of the journey Oceanians began centuries ago. They planted the seeds of oceanic communities across more than 20,000 islands over thousands of years ago before European explorers discovered them. Today, there are more than 1.2 million Oceanians living in the US, with Washington having the third largest population. The second scenario tells us the true story of how US businessmen and military illegally overthrew the Hawaiian kingdom. When people think of Hawaii, they usually think of a tropical paradise with the beautiful weather, a nice drink in your hand, getting your tan on at the beach. But we forget that Native Hawaiians are indigenous people whose lives and cultural identities were nearly destroyed by the US. These scenarios are part of a larger project that I have been imagining in my own graduate program. It's a new theoretical framework called Oceanic Critical Race Theory, and it builds off of two distinct fields, critical race theory and Pacific studies. Critical race theory is a theory that examines society with the understanding that racism is ingrained in our society. Pacific studies is all about increasing awareness of Pacific issues and empowering critical and creative thinkers to positively contribute to Oceania. Oceanic critical race theory has three purposes. One, to humanize us as a people across the world, but especially those in the US, instead of relegating our people to the football player, the warrior, or the exotic other. Two, to address systemic injustices our peoples have faced in areas like healthcare, immigration, and especially education. And three, to reimagine our future and all the hopeful and exciting possibilities it holds, rooted in a past that starts with recognizing how powerful and intelligent we are, rather than how powerful and athletic we are. Therefore, I hope to use Oceanic critical race theory to ultimately contribute towards social change for our communities, an extremely diverse, beautiful, and intelligent group of people, if I do say so myself.
Right. Thank you, Jeremiah.